The Waterworks is Toronto's latest large-scale culinary experience. With 20 different vendors, there's lots of great options to match any palate. I went and checked it out just 2 days after it opened its doors to the public. I tried a handful of things from a few different vendors, and I'm happy to say the food was delicious. I recently visited Wellington Market, which is in the Well, which is another nearby food hall, but it's definitely more of a food court experience. And having tried both, I have to say, I enjoyed the food and the experience at Waterworks more than Wellington Market. Not that Wellington Market is bad, but the Waterworks feels like a smaller, newer version of St. Lawrence Market. And so I just loved the atmosphere. I love the way they repurposed the Heritage Waterworks building and kept the original structure intact. I know the developers of this project have a track record of preserving and repurposing heritage buildings, and I think they created an amazing space and somewhere I will be returning to all the time. The skylights and huge steel-framed windows provide tons of natural light, which also just adds to the market experience and makes the space feel light and airy and alive with energy. Another reason why I like Waterworks, other than the food, is because the neighborhood that it's in is beautiful and has lots of character and charm. So the walk to Waterworks is really where the experience begins. Even though Waterworks is located just west of Spadina, right in downtown, the building is tucked away in a quiet little pocket. As you walk away from the busy main arteries of the city, the street noise fades away, and you find yourself walking down tree-lined streets and passing little cafes, restaurant patios, and eclectic shops. As you approach the Waterworks Food Hall, you're presented with manicured gardens and the revitalized St. Andrew's Playground, which has outdoor seating and a great playground for kids. The food hall kind of feels like the new neighborhood meetup spot. The market takes up an entire city block, bordered by Richmond to the north, Adelaide on the south end, and Brant and Maud on the east and west sides, respectively. And you can access the building from all 4 streets. As you enter the building, you'll pass plenty of outdoor seating options. Once inside, the first thing I noticed was the amazing aromas. Before deciding on any one thing to eat, make sure you take a full lap around the market. Hey, I'm Mark. I'm a photographer and videographer based in the Toronto area, and I make videos about North American places and experiences. With every video, I do my best to bring you professional grade footage and lots of information about the places that I visit. My goal is to give you valuable content. So hit subscribe and join me. And if you've already done that, thanks for your support. I went to Waterworks Food Hall with my wife and kids, and we had to order food that we'd like, but that the kids would eat as well, so we couldn't get too adventurous. But there's cuisines from around the world. Vietnamese, Venezuelan, Jewish, Turkish, Thai. There's so many great spots that we didn't get to try, so a Waterworks round 2 is coming soon. We started with sushi from Aburi Sushi. We got avo maki, which is, very basic, but it was very fresh and honestly delicious. We also got the spicy salmon temaki. It comes rolled in delicious, crunchy, dried seaweed. The sushi, excellent. Next, we ordered pizza from Pizzeria Popolo. Trust me, when you see the pizzas laid out in the display case, you won't be able to walk away without buying some. We ordered 1 slice with pepperoni and 1 slice that came with spicy salami or capicola maybe, plus it had fresh ricotta cheese and hot honey. It was amazing. Next, we got chicken fingers from Harry's Charbroiled. Again, we have kids, so we need them to eat, but these chicken fingers blew me away. I don't eat a lot of chicken fingers, but these were the best I've had in recent memory. The batter was super crispy and the chicken was very soft and juicy. Seriously, excellent chicken fingers. Next, we got taco lupita. We ordered 1 chicken tinga and 1 carne asada. The presentation and flavors were amazing, and I really appreciated that they doubled up on the tortilla to give you a little more of a substantial dish. And to finish off the whole experience, we got ice cream from Scooped, and it was great. Sorry, I'm not a food reviewer, so I can't really dive into flavor profiles, but the food was great. It was delicious. That's all I got. And a nice added touch to the whole experience is they have waitstaff walking around offering you drink menus and clearing your table between orders. The whole thing was very nicely done, and I definitely recommend taking some time to visit Waterworks Food Hall. And this place just opened a few days ago, so not all the vendors were fully up and running just yet. What's really interesting about this place too is the fact that while this version of the market is brand new, this site many years ago was actually home to the second biggest food market in the city, next to St. Lawrence Market. Back in the 1830s, the city block that Waterworks sits on today was set aside by the city to be a public market. In 1850, St. Andrew's Market was built, and it operated as the commercial center for the city's West End. A fire destroyed the building a decade later and was replaced with a larger building called St. Andrew's Hall and Market. The south end of the block has been a park and playground since 1909, and it was the first playground in the city. While St. Andrew's Playground has been on this site since the beginning of the 20th century, the Hall and Market were knocked down in the 1930s 1930s and replaced with the current Waterworks building. Knowing the history of this site makes the food hall and experience even more interesting in my opinion. It's so cool to see this area come full circle and be used once again as it was originally intended. It's just an all-around great experience, interesting history, and delicious food. If you're visiting Toronto, I highly recommend eating here. Maybe a great way to experience this area is to go to the Well, do some shopping, and then make the 10-minute walk through a great Toronto neighborhood for some well-crafted and delicious food at Waterworks Food Hall. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.